Alright guys, this is what we're making today. The Julie Jetsetter by Lynn's Handmade. It's a fairly new pattern. It is very cute. It's not hard. It takes a little time, but it actually is a pretty quick sew. The thing that takes the most time is doing the zip around. And it's not hard, but you just want to go slow. So cute. So I have put my tag back here. You open it up and you have 10 card slots. You have a fully lined zipper pocket. You have a slip pocket here. You have a pen pocket, and then you have 2 pockets here for passports. Or you could leave this open if you don't want to use it for international travel where you need your passport. Just leave this open and you can use it for receipts, you know, whatever you want to do. My iPhone 14 Pro Max fits in this slip pocket back here easily. And then you just zip it up and go. The Julie Jetsetter by Lynn's Handmade. Go get the pattern. Let's get started. Hi everyone, this is Barbie with Jeannie's Designs. I'm getting ready to do the Julie Jetsetter by Lynn's Handmade. This is a cute little travel case. It doesn't have to be for travel. I see actually a fair amount of uses for it. Somebody could use it as a wallet, for heaven's sakes. But it's very cute. There's the front of the pattern. You'll see what it looks like, my finished product, before this clip, but I'm making it out of this tulip bee and then some Sawyer's water-resistant canvas. I think that's what she calls it. So it's going to be very cute. It's a zip around, so I know I personally sometimes struggle with zip arounds, but don't let them intimidate you. I think how she does it is very easy. So let's get started. So just as a little bit of prep, I did my credit card slots all as one long piece minus 1. So this is going to be a short little guy that'll be trash. So I should have 9 on here. Let's see. So you just fold it over and top stitch all the way down and then cut them into, you should have 10 of these. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I counted right. That's just a miracle. So these are your credit cards, slots. This is a very easy way to do it because you don't have to do each one individually. It's kind of nice, actually. Good idea, Lynn. Good idea. Okay, so there's my credit card slots. Let's put those together. All right. All right, so take your pen pocket, fold it down on the one side and top stitch, just like your card slots. And I'm using gray thread as just something different than black, you know? All right, now on your pen pocket liner piece, measure up from the bottom, and you can hardly see my line, but there's a line right there. We're going to turn this over with that top stitch that we just did, and we're going to lay it right here. And we're just going to clip that in place. And then we're going to stitch what she tells you to in the pattern. I've left my narrow foot on here today. We'll see. I used it yesterday for something. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Then we're going to fold this up. I'm going to get my other. This is kind of unique, actually. I really like it. We're going to stitch down the sides. I'm going to go up, though, to keep it all even. Just to keep it in place. On both sides. Okay, cute little pen pocket. There you go. Cute. Cute. All right, so put your pen pocket underneath, right sides together, with one of your main body liners. There will be some hanging over the edge, and we're just going to do the seam allowance in the pattern. Okay, fold that over and top stitch on the liner. I oiled my machine, so I hope that's going to come out. All right, so do the same thing on this side. Okay. Turn and top stitch. You guys are going to have to tell me. I'm using a microphone now. You'll have to tell me if it's better. I think it is, actually. I got one on Prime Day, so we'll see. All right. Now we're going to take our pattern piece and trim this to the desired size. So just like this. So let me grab my sharp scissors and just trim that. This would have been easier over on my cutting table, but I thought, I'll just do it here. All right, let's see. A little bit here. Okay, perfect. All right. I tend to trim a little too much, so I gotta stop. That's what you should have, minus the oil. This will be covered, so I'm not too worried about it. Right, take your passport pocket, draw a line on the back, what she tells you to, add some double-sided tape, and fold that down, and we're going to top stitch. I'm going to do another row of top stitching. Yep. Not necessary, but I like it. Yeah. All right. Now we are going to find the center and make a mark. Okay. And we're going to add this to the right side. Okay. Hold on. Let's add that here. And we're just going to base that and do the center mark and center seam. I'm going to come up on each side of that line and back down. And then finish your basting. Okay. Beautiful. So it covered my little oil spot. Thank goodness. So now you have 2 passport pockets. Very nice. All right, so we're ready to do our card slot. So take your card slot backing and measure down and start doing lines all the way down until you have 10. You have to be pretty accurate to get it to work out. And then we're going to add a line or add a card at that first line and stitch across the bottom. And we're going to keep doing that until we're done. Yep. Oh, I missed one. So the thing about this is, it might seem like 10 card slots is a ton, but they're not just for credit cards, you know. IDs, insurance cards, a variety of cards, business cards, your travel agent, you know, a variety. Two more. All right, last one. Okay. Now we're going to stitch up the side just so they stay in place. And I'm going to come from the bottom on both sides. Okay. Perfect. Now, if you have a bunch of hangover on the sides, you might want to clean that up. I don't really. Just a tiny bit right here. Okay. Perfect. So take your right and left accents. Your left accent is thicker, wider than your right. So just keep that in mind. And I'm going to center these because she wants you to center it on your card slot. So I'm just going to find my center. And the center of my pieces. This will allow us to trim nice and even on both ends. Okay, so the left side is wider than the right. And just attach those centered. So there should be a little hangover on on both the top and the bottom. Okay, and we're going to stitch that together at the seam allowance in the pattern. Okay, I'm just looking at it. Okay, let's do this other side, and then we'll turn them on top stitch. Okay. It's a little thick because of the materials I use, but we're going to top stitch on these side pieces. Cute. It's so cute. The leopard and the gray is so cute. Okay, let's do this other side. Okay. So that's what you have. There's your card slots. Don't do anything else until you test them. And I have all my cards somewhere else, so we'll just use one of these. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Next step. All right, let's trim off, make this nice and even. Let's see. Does she tell you? No. Okay. All right. Now we're going to take our zipper, and on this side, we're going to put a piece of tape, the skinny side. And we're going to add our zipper to this side. Right sides together. Can't do it. I can't use the 8th. It's all right. Just make sure if you're going to use 1/4 inch that you get it really close to the edge because your seam allowances are pretty small. See how much easier that is? Okay, now we're going to add another piece. And I am going to try 1/8 inch. It depends on where you're putting it, how easy it comes off. I will say that. It should come off fairly easy. Then we're going to take our zipper pocket lining piece and center this, one of those here, centered. Okay. Perfect. And we're going to sew that on the seam allowance in the pattern. I don't have my zipper pull on yet, on purpose. Okay. Now I've got extra tape down here, which is fine. I'll use it for that my other piece. Then we're going to take our lining. Hold on. All right, so I went ahead and put my zipper pull on, and then we're going to top stitch. Your zipper pocket is laying out to the side, and we're going to top stitch on this side accent piece next to the zipper, 1/8 of an inch. Okay. Then you're going to square off your zipper evenly and burn it just like you would normally. Okay. And now we're going to attach our bottom and top accents. And these are the same size. So these go down here. Or up here and down here. And you're going to sew those on with the seam allowance in the pattern. Okay. All right. And same thing up here. Okay. Then we're going to lay those open and top stitch. Let me top stitch. Both the top and the bottom. Very cute. Okay. So this entire piece should be a certain height. Okay. So we're going to find the center of it because we're going to lop off some on the top and some on the bottom. And I think, actually, let me see. Mm-hmm. Let me get my bigger ruler. Because we want it to be even, and I'm just looking to make sure it's even here. So I'm going to cut this off the bottom. And then we will do a similar amount. Let me get my ruler right. About the similar on the top. Perfect. Okay. Let me get my bigger scissors. So you don't want to just take some off one side. You want them to be even. So find the center, use a ruler, whatever works for you. I mean, there isn't much to take off, which is a good thing. Now let's just make sure. Oh my, perfect. Okay. Okay, so once you make sure your panel is a certain size, add a piece of double-sided tape here next to the zipper. And we're going to add our liner piece right on top. Nice and centered. Okay. Turn it over, and we're going to add our other zipper pocket piece. Which I'm just going to put here because I can't get it to come off. Isn't that funny how tape will come off certain fabrics and not others? I just think it's hilarious. I don't get it. Well, I'm not going to mess with 1/8 inch. I'm just not going to do it. So we'll get our 1/4 inch. It's okay. And actually, I'm going to put it on here because it doesn't go the whole distance. So okay. Let's see if that does better, guys. Watch Barb struggle with her double-sided tape. See how much easier that is? And you just want to match up your sides to your other zipper pocket piece. Okay. And then we're going to sew that together at the seam allowance in the pattern. Perfect. And then fold this over, and we're going to top stitch only through this piece, not your zipper pocket pieces. There's some double-sided tape here. Okay. Perfect. So this is what you have. Your zipper pull is going up, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. Then take your zipper pocket and clip the ends. And we're going to stitch that close so it's nice and even to start with. Okay, and then we're going to close these as close as we can get. Okay. Perfect. So now you have a fully enclosed, nice size, actually, zipper pocket. Very impressed. All right, next step. Center your liner down here, and we're going to trim the corners to match. And your zipper should be nice and level on top, just like this. So that's what you have. Now, take your main liner piece with your other pockets on it, your passport pockets, and we're going to lay this right here and clip that in place. There's a gnat. Did you guys see it? Use as many clips as you feel comfortable with. Okay. And then we're going to baste all the way around that. All right, so let's baste this in place all the way around. 1/8 of an inch. Okay. Perfect. Oh my gosh, I really am impressed with this. Let me test a pen here. Oh my. Look how perfect that pen pocket is, you guys. It's perfect. All right, next. All right, so take your lining and your exterior piece. On the back, from this little tab, measure up what she tells you to in the pattern on both pieces. Okay. Then we're going to fold this tab up to that line with a piece of double-sided tape. Very interesting. And it does roll a little bit. Okay. Then we are going to stitch just on this tab 1/8 of an inch up, and we're going to pull those threads to the back, to this side. So I'm going to start here, leaving my tails long. We're just sewing between on this tab because we want, once we put our zipper on, we want it to be look like one continuous seam. And then just tie these off. And we're going to repeat that on the lining piece. This is going to be so cute. Okay, so that's what it looks like from the front. Let's repeat that on this side. Okay, pull that to the back. We're almost done. I am not doing the D-ring. In case you were wondering, I am not adding a D-ring. You certainly can. I just didn't think it would be used, so I didn't do it. Okay. Perfect. All right. Next step. All right. So if you want to put a tag on, now's the time to put it. This ends up being the back, so I just put it a little off center on the bottom. This will be the front. You can put it on the front or back, whatever you choose. I did on this piece go ahead and put some self-adhesive woven. This is I think this is the first time I've used it. It is extremely sticky, so just be aware. Take the backing off of it if you're going to use it. It's from Fabric Therapy. It's her woven self-adhesive. It's very nice, but it is sticky. And then up here on the top, on the front, you should have your center marked, and on either side of your center, you should have a mark. And I'm using 1/4 inch double-sided tape. because 1/8 inch, I don't know, even know if I can get the 1/4 inch off of here. Let's see. This vinyl just doesn't want to release the paper from the tape at all. Let me see. There we go. Nope, that's not it either. Isn't that funny? This vinyl will not release the tape. The paper. There we go. Okay. So take your zipper, and I did do the 90-degree turn on this both ends, and then I did stitch the end of it closed so my pull won't come off. So we're going to attach this starting there, right sides together. And just ease it around your corners. It's not an extremely sharp corner, so it actually is doing pretty good. Now, in lieu of using double-sided tape, you could clip this and baste it. So you do, I might do both actually. Let's see. We'll see. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do both. I would feel better doing both. So 1/8 of an inch. Just to keep it on there. And we're going to repeat this on the other side. Okay. Oh, yeah. You do you, but I just think that's so much easier. All right, so make sure that your zipper is not twisted. And we're going to start with this one up here on this side. Okay, that wasn't nearly as painful. All right, and start right there. Go around your corner. I can't wait to see this done. That Lynn's from Lynn's Handmade. She's probably one of my favorite designers, I will say. Her instructions are very good. She also has a video, so FYI. She has videos for all her patterns, I think. Okay, and let's base that one on too. 1/8 of an inch. Okay. Perfect. Oh my gosh, that's how it's going to be. So cute. All right, so On the left side, you're going to want to make a fairly decent turning hole. She recommends 6 inches, and I did mine right about 6 inches. So from here to here. But between that line, we need to do our full seam allowance on the zipper. All right. Perfect. Now, take your lining, and we are going to lay that right on top and clip it all the way around. I just made the picture a little bigger so you can see what I'm doing. It fits really good so far. Use as many clips as you need to. Make sure your zipper pull is tucked in there. I mean your zipper on the corners especially. Okay. Okay. On both sides. Lots of clips. All right, so I got it all clipped together, and we're going to start over here where we did that full seam allowance for our turning hole. I'm going to start here and sew as close to here as I can get, and then I'm going to jump where I had my stay stitching. And just make sure your zipper is laying nice and flat. So I'm going to start right where I stopped. 1/4 inch seam. And I'm going to unclip and just make sure that my zipper stays flat. I don't want to stitch over my teeth, and I don't want it getting bunched up. There we go. Just like any other zipper, really. That really wasn't too bad. Okay, now I'm going to lift up and go back over here and start. Okay. Take the time on these corners. That's really important. Yeah. Almost there. One more corner. And then you're going to stop right where you started up here. This is your turning hole. All right, let's see how we did. Clip these stitches down here. There's our turning hole. Just make sure you caught everything. All right, let's turn it. Let's see how it looks. Take your time. Actually turns very easily. Let's just see how our corners look. Make sure we didn't get any big puckers or anything. Looks really good, actually. Let's make sure that it zips. Easily. Oh my. Oh my gosh, you guys, that is so cute. So I already have an idea what I would do next time. All right, next step is to close. All right, so the next thing is putting our Peltex in. So we're going to put that in. And she says put it in regardless of what materials you're using, and that's probably a good idea. This vinyl is pretty soft. So just get that in there nice and smooth. And it goes in perfectly. It's a pattern piece of its own, so. Oh, that really does make a difference. All right, so the next thing is we're going to close this turning hole. Famous last words with some double-sided tape. You know what? Let's take it off here. And let's put it here. It's easier to get it off zipper tape than it is this vinyl in particularly. Okay. So take that off. And we're going to fold this down just to cover any previous stitching. And I'm going to put some clips here. Just so it stays where I want it. Perfect. Okay. Then down here you have a pretty decent hole. And you want to undo one of these tabs and cover your Peltex with it. You don't want that Peltex to be seen. So I just undid the lining piece and put it over that Peltex. Then for your zipper, you want to make sure that it is nice and straight. I'm going to get some bigger clips here on both sides. So it's nice and continuous. It's not like sticking out too bad. That actually is good. And then I'm going to start down here where my faux stitches stop. And we're going to sew all the way around. And I'm going to back stitch. Here we go. And on this credit card side, it gets pretty thick, so just take your time. It's one thing I'm going to change next time. Okay, so when we get down here, again, make sure that your zipper tape stays in there straight. And stop where you started those faux stitches. Okay. Let's see if we caught everything on this side. Yeah. So on this side, I don't like how it ended here, so I'm just going to do one more stitch down here. Yeah. And that's okay. You can't even see it really. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, let's see. It closes perfectly, you guys. Now we just have to finish this. All right, so the last step is to put your zipper tape, excess zipper tape down inside. So it's probably going to be a challenge. I haven't done it yet, so we'll see. But I've done it with other types of things like this, and it's doable, but it can be frustrating. So just put your patience hat on, and let's do it together. Okay. So it's going to want to stick to everything, and that's okay. We're going to shove it down in there. And I'm going to use a screwdriver to get it going. There we go. Oh my gosh, that was actually pretty easy so far. Oh my goodness. Zip your zipper a little, and then get it nice and even in there. Oh my gosh, that was the easiest I've ever done, I will say. You guys, that's it. You guys, this is the cutest little thing. Now, this one is not perfect, and you know, most of the time when you do something for the first time, it's not perfect, but this is not bad. The Julie Jetsetter. So on the back, I have my tag. It has a really good feel. This vinyl is good for this, actually, because it's soft. So you open it up, and on this side, you have about all your credit card slots, 10 card slots. You have a slip pocket. You have a zipper pocket, huge zipper pocket. You have a pen pocket here. Just love it. And then you have 2 passport holders, or, you know, for whatever you want it to be. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. The Julie Jetsetter by Lynn's Handmade. Take your time. I don't know what she calls it. Let's see if she says it's an intermediate or what she says. She doesn't say that I can see quickly. I would call it's probably an advanced beginner to an intermediate just because of the zip around. Here's a couple things that I would do different next time. I got tape all over me. I used water-resistant canvas from Sawyer's. It's too heavy. I love this fabric, but in some circumstances, it's just too thick. So next time, I'll use a lighter weight waterproof canvas or interface cotton or something that is much, much lighter. Because it's too heavy and it just makes it very thick. It looks nice and it feels nice. Honestly, that's the only thing I would change. I'm thinking. Yeah, I don't think I would change anything else. The Julie Jetsetter by Lynn's Handmade. This is a very versatile little pouch because you could take it. Your phone would fit in here. Let me see. Let me test it. Yeah, your phone would fit right in here. My phone, which is an iPhone 14 Pro Max. So my phone fits right in here. So if I just wanted to put my phone in there, put my cards in here, I have this zipper pocket that I could put cash in if that's what I wanted, receipts, and I could just take this and run inside to a store or wherever. Or I'm going to do another one. Now that I've finished this one, I'm going to do another one real quick. But my phone fits in there perfect. I have an iPhone 14 Pro Max. So, and there's room for a little bigger phone. Very cute. Very, very cute. Go get the pattern and start your own. Thanks for watching.